one question
Yeah.
I do have is, so one question people always have is like, okay, well, how many of the students are really repeating their behavior? And my answer is always, you're always going to have kids. Kids are going to mess up. Like, that's just the reality. Some kids just don't know how to get out of their own way, just like some people don't know how to get out of their own way. So that's just a natural thing, but it's a process, not end result that's going to immediately solve all problems with each individual person. But just after you have kids go through the full process, typically, how do they mess up again? Like maybe a few days later, or does it take some time, or do you kind of see some kids that you just never have to really focus on anymore?
I think fourth grade, they're very stubborn. That's probably why so for them, actually, the same group that I had yesterday, the one went back yesterday, and today already was putting hands on another student, kind of aggressive behavior in encore again. So we started with, okay, you have your 3 days. All right, now you have your five. We're going to 10 next, and then we're going to remove encore. And that's where I'll talk to admin, and we haven't made it to 10 yet. I am going to be up to five with the boy that had the 3 days, did it for disrespect for a teacher, but now it was a different behavior. So we'll just do that again. But now, since it was in encore, same place, we need to talk about, when there's not your teacher around, we still have these responsibilities for ourselves. And that's where we'll take that 5 days and use the project, but also to kind of, how can I cope in a situation in encore or recess when my teacher's not there? And it's that self-accountability is what we'll kind of start with next. But it's the 3, 5, 10 removal.
Well, the interesting thing about it is that what we're teaching, or what you're teaching in this situation, is a skill set that they don't have. And it's not, I think we sometimes take that for granted, that generations before, this was a natural process to learn how to deal with people, because we had practice. Like, we had to interact with other people. You go to the park, you play with whoever's at the park. You go, you join a football team, basketball team, you play with whoever's on your team. So you just had to learn how to deal with people. But it seems like, or not even seems like, what's happening today is that kids aren't, it's not as common as for kids to truly have to interact with other kids without adults really being directly involved in the situation. And so now when they have the opportunity to do so, they don't really, well, not all of them, but a lot of them do not know how to actually work with other people and just, navigate interpersonal communication, because that's something that takes practice. That's not something that you're just born understanding how to do. So I definitely could see a kid continuously having to be worked with about those particular things. So I definitely understand that.